Onto another old frame Highlander video. It's been a while here, but we will see red-green Ponza, played by me, versus red or mono-red Goblins, played by Rob, who is one of the people behind this format. The format is a 100 card singleton format, like any other Highlander format. There are no commanders here, but there is this restriction list, and in the restriction it has gone down to points. So you have 10 points in total. You don't have to use them, but I would recommend using them, especially if you need some mana rocks like the Moxen that are 2 points. But here you can see basically how the points are given as for the time of this match, because Strip Mine has lost its 1 point. If you want more information about the format, you can check out the Facebook page and the Discord page. I would recommend checking out both, because not every deck or discussion is up on both platforms. Getting straight into the first game here. It is best of 3, so bear that in mind. We have the starting play of a Mox into a Mox conscript. It is a singleton format with only the cards before the modern card frame. So you will see some obscure cards in between that you're not usually seeing on the battlefield. And I like that. Some of those old random cards can actually go and see some play here. The Goblins player is definitely the aggressor here, playing out a 2/2, which can only attack if you have played another creature and then swinging with it, because you played the old flag here, 1/1 for 1, which is basically half of his deck as far as I remember. I have gone away from displaying the decks. I did that in some other matches, and if you would like me to add the decks in the future, if I do more of these videos, please let me know in the comments here on YouTube. I try to make content that is nice to watch, so if there's something that you dislike, please just say so. We have the recruiter here, something that we don't see in either old school or pre-modern. It's a tutor from Portal 3 Kingdom, where you can find a creature with low power and put it into your hand. Pretty nice tutor effect. And I'm just cycling an aberration here for a forest. Just to make sure that I have the green mana, I have put in both the Croson Tusker, which I will show down below, and the aberration. Aberration is just forest cycling, find a forest. The Croson Tusker is definitely more potent, which is like draw 2 cards for 3 mana in green at instant speed and can't be countered. And you'll ensure that one of those is a land, which is usually a thing that you actually want, a basic land that is. With the Forest Cycler, you can also find Taiga, not relevant in pre-modern, but here you can find it in Old Frame Highlander. These cycling abilities are nice if you are splashing more colors. Here is a Furnace, which isn't relevant, and a Hull Breach, destroying the Mox. Could have gone for the Curse Scroll here, so there is a plan. Goes to Rob's turn. He needs to play down something if he wants to attack with the 2/2 here. So he's probably thinking of what he wants to play here. There is the Recruiter in hand. He has the Imperial Recruiter down on the board, but Goblin Recruiter, something that we do not get to see in Premodern because it's banned. This basically sets up your whole deck. I had to fast forward this next section with like 4 times normal speed. While watching Rob find a lot of nice goblins, I would really appreciate if you, since you've watched this far, 5 minutes into the video, if you dropped a like and maybe a comment if there's something that I could do better, if there's something I should keep doing that is appealing to you. It means a lot to me and it makes my motivation go up, and if you drop some nice comments that I can actually use, it also makes me get better at doing this content stuff here. Mostly this format, old Frame Highlander and Premodern, and of course, not of course, but maybe some old school in the future. But he stacked a ton of goblins on top of his deck, and yeah, right now I am kind of screwed. Sacking this furnace in the end step here just to cycle it, getting to draw into an answer maybe. 2 mana, Grim Monolith. Okay, it wasn't in the end step, but Grim Monolith is dropped here, so there is a ton of mana, but I'm at 11 life. He has, well, let's just say some amount of damage coming to me here. Going to 4. And I'm dead on board here. I needed to take a read here because Wildfire, sacrifice 4 lands each, do 4 damage to each creature, and in my mind, I somehow mistakenly thought that it would do 4 mana or 4 damage to each player, so I was like, I am dead here, but I read it again, and I wasn't dead. His creatures were dead, his lands were gone, and on top of his library, there are no lands at all. There are like 20 to 30 goblins. So this should seal the deal. I just need to draw into some lands. I am at 7 cards in hand, so starting to discard.
Go to discard again here.
Discarding again here, but I should draw into lands before he does, and I draw into a Mox, which isn't enough. Wonder what I have in hand, and a Strip Mine, so 2 mana here, but no green mana, which is a shame in this deck. But there is enough for a Chaos Orb, which isn't really relevant until he draws a land. Then I can flip on his land. Hopefully I should win before that. He goes into discard. And a green mana source. That is probably what I need. Here comes the Tusker. So I was talking about it earlier. This is draw 2, where one of them is a land for certain, and it cannot be countered unless you use a stifle, I guess. I guess that's the only thing that could really counter this effect in this kind of format. I think it's a strong card for sure. And if you have some way of recurring it later on, it's even stronger. But I included it in this deck just because it's like a modal spell. You can either draw 2 cards or you can play a big creature in the end game. So it's not a dead draw. And here comes the Terror War. While I'm counting lands and he's counting lands, he is also like picking up his stuff. I didn't see that, but it's a 7/7 trample, and we are on to the next game. In the first game, it became very clear to us that Rob is definitely the aggressor, and I'm definitely on the control role here. I like his setup with the two roll downs, with one for me and one for himself, just to keep track of things. I only have dice for myself. Turn 1, 1, 1, turn 1, 1, 1 here. Of course, Fenton Elf is a little better because it can tap for mana, which is part of my strategy. So if I were him, I would definitely get rid of it. He is thinking of what to do here. And he has a 1 mana play for sure. Don't know why he plays it before attacks. Unless it's a sorcery removal spell. Okay, so he swings, offering the trade here. I would not take a trade. I would rather have my boost of mana than dealing with a 1/1. So Chain Lightning to the face here. So I'm at 16. And then he plays this Spark here, which just deals 1 damage, and it can be returned later on if there's a creature on top of it. This is one of the reasons why I put these cards down below. If it's too much, then let me know. But with the webcam setup, I'm having trouble with making the play area bigger since it's side by side here. Playing down a seal, and he probably disrupted whatever I had planned for my turn 2 with the destruction of the elf. Then he sacrifices to deal me 4 more, so it's super aggressive. At 11 with the seal, I'm practically at 9, but he has 2 cards in hand only. One could be a Fire Blast, making it 4 more. So I'm practically at 5. Don't know what the last one is. He will get the Spark back. That's probably also something that he knows. Okay, 3 mana here. Is it a... Oh, it's a Harrow. So Harrow lets me, for the price of a land and the spell itself, find 2 lands, and they come into play untapped. Has to be basics, but pretty nice at just finding the colors that I need. Could be nice in like a mainly green splashing a ton of stuff deck, which I could see be good enough for this format, although Blood Moon is something that you have to be wary of. Also the back to basics, of course, because I have seen a ton of greedy mana bases, and that's why I picked Ponza as my strategy for the first time in this format, because I saw the greediness of some mana bases, and that's why I feared this matchup in particular, because it's a monocolored deck. I am having trouble with destroying lands that are basic lands compared to non-basics. I do have several destroy non-basic land spells. Okay, going for a race. I have to sacrifice a land. I choose a tap mountain, and I destroy a land, destroying a mountain. Him picking up that mountain that fast ensures to me that Fire Blast is probably not what he has in hand. Okay, he has 4 cards. And a Tangled Wire here. With a single mana over there, he could use some instant spells, but a single mountain against this Tangled Wire makes me able to go far, as far as in finding lands and spells that can win the game here. My spells are more expensive and have more power to them, but he just needs to find enough for 11 damage before I do something.
6 cards plus turn to you. Yep.
just passing the turn back and forth here. Attack-wise is brutal here. And also him not drawing any lands is very brutal. Reminds me of the first game, playing down a library here.
Maybe I shouldn't have played that down. Oh yeah, I can do this.
And 4 mana for a 2/2 haster. The Avalanche Riders destroying a mountain.
Yeah, I destroyed the land. I swing for 2.
And swings for 2. Probably keeps the seal here to make me pay for the echo cost.
Yeah, good call. Okay, what's up? Pay echo.
I am paying the echo.
Draw.
And swings for 2. Okay, so he should seal now. He doesn't seal. He keeps the seal for something else. Probably my face, as that is his way out, maybe. Is taking some time with the discard here. Probably wondering what the way to victory could be. And here he decides to discard a Flamestorm Kavu. A version I hadn't seen before. It's a new one, but with the old border. So I'm just taking a look here. He's just showing it to the camera. I like that Wizards have started to do these kind of reprints with old borders, because some of the cards in the pre-modern card pool are super expensive in black border, but now you can play black bordered cards very expensive with, or very inexpensive, I should say, with the old frame. Okay, the online library here, playing down a bird to get some mana acceleration and swings for 2. Will he take it? No. Okay, it gets to eat a seal. So yeah, it's taken 2 more damage than he should have had. And here comes the mountain. So what's the play here? Let's see, 1 mana, what could it be? Let's see, it's a Jackal Pup. It's a 2/1. The 2/1 in red, which has a huge downside. It's not like a lion. Every damage it takes, you are taking yourself. So not the best blocker, but a great attacker in an aggressive color. Okay, here playing down a port and a Mox. Port quite good here with him only having 1 land. Tapping out to play a Marrow. It's an XX with X being equal to total cards in hands between all players. So me and my opponent. And I'm trying to stay at around 7 because of the library here. But again, getting to put some pressure could be important, so playing it out. And then he plays another small creatures and doesn't attack. So I am holding down this game quite well here. I didn't have the green creatures, so I made some alterations on another card. This format here allows for proxies, and I've just doodled on some cards. You saw the Chaos Orb earlier. Here's a Stone Rain on the tapped Strip Mine, so he doesn't get to remove my my library. Probably also a consideration for him, but he needed to put on pressure.
And I Ursus Rage your Goblin.
And then an Ursus Rage. Also,
yes, so I am
also an altar here, because I didn't have it at the time. I still don't have the Ursus Rage. But on the Goblin.
60, and I can hit you for 9. I think it's stupid to not do that, so I swing for.
And swings for 9. choosing not to block here because it would be the same and making him having one less creature in play. So
Yeah, no more for me.
the only correct way of dealing with an attack that big. So he could try to empty out his hand and burn down my creature, but quite not where you want to be. He's still wondering what his way out could be. Starts to swing, going to 6 here. A little bit low, 2 bolt effects could be it. Lightning bolt, chain lightning. Or bolt and... Okay, he plays the recruiter again. We know that one. Will he go for stacking 20 goblins this time, or does he have another plan here? We'll see. It does resolve. And yeah, what would you get with this? I wish we could see his hand here to see what else he could have played. I don't know what he could get here. We will, of course, see it because you need to show, or else you could just stack your library however.
Yeah, you can always fail to find.
A mock fanatic. So he is going through his library, checking if there's something there that could swing the game in his favor. Counting out some mana here, looks like. While we're having some gameplay downtime here, I just wanted to ask you if there are any things that I could do differently. I already talked about displaying the decks. I could do that either in the end or in the start of the video and like bookmark it. I could also go into talking about more about the decks or ideas for future decks or things that I want to change. The screen flipped or jumped just a little bit here, and I've tried to adjust it, but somehow another guy joined the Discord room. So there's actually a spectator here, which doesn't do anything because this tournament, well, it was closed deck lists, but in this tournament we were in the playoffs, so the decks were public information, so no advantage gained from either player in having a spectator here. Still just going through the deck, figuring out if he wants more than just a mock fanatic, it looks like.
Stack your deck with the jump blockers.
But let's see, maybe he's finding some outs, I guess. He is searching for a specific card, it looks like. He pointed out Squee, I believe. War Chief, so on, so on, so on. Skirk Prospector could also be something that could enable some mana here if that is what he needs. He finds a mark, he puts that on top, he shuffles his library. I do not recall what all this back and forth were. Okay, he chooses the mark, he shuffles up, and that's the resolving recruiter here. Okay, going to my turn here. Draw for turn. Counting out some mana, which is never a nice thing for the opponent. 6 mana in total here. 7 with the bird, of course. And seeing that he is on 7, so it's not enough for an X spell like Fireball. It's having 4 5 mana here
Plow under.
for Plow Under. Okay, this is rough.
2 mountains.
He's just looking up Plow Under. I take his 2 basic mountains, putting them on top of his library, and making him wait even longer for that Mark Fanatic to show. Swings, and he jumps. And it's such a brutal spell getting to return 2 lands to your opponent's top of library. It's a double time walk here almost, because I know that he has nothing in his hand of interest to him. Playing out a Wall of Roots here, some more mana.
0-5.
Yeah, the game looks unwinnable at this point. Although I am at 6 life, so 2 burn spells could be the end. But if he had that, he would have already used them. Okay. 2 damage here. But Firebolt is not where you want to be with me at 6. He shrinks for 2. I can just block with my wall here, and he doesn't even have enough for
No, it's game 2.
Buying that, or not buy back, flashback that Firebolt. Okay, so he shuffles up. I show him my hand, and that's it. 2-0.